Hey guys, welcome to a beautiful Saturday. I am about to go on a long run, something like 19 miles plus the 3 mile bike ride to and from. But before I get in on this, I think I left you guys kind of hanging on the last few videos I made. I was planning on running a 50K, sort of retracing the first 50K course that I ever did for Aravaipa Strong. And I do actually have footage from that event of sorts, but it was pretty much a complete disaster. I kind of got some heat exhaustion and ended up bailing on it after about 19 miles. So I guess if you want footage of me exploding over the course of 19 miles, then let me know. I can put out that footage. Otherwise, I don't know, it just felt pretty lame, so I didn't do anything with it. Right now, I am kind of in this weird phase. If you're watching this out of date, it's during the COVID-19 pandemic. So I'm supposed to run a race on June 13th. It was already postponed from April 25th. It's the Leona Divide 100K. But that seems highly unlikely to me. Where I live right now is starting to ease restrictions, but down in the Los Angeles area where the race is, I don't see that happening. But I'm still kind of afraid that it's going to happen. So I'm in pretty good shape right now. I've been running 60-mile weeks pretty consistently with about 30 miles of biking every week. And I'm trying to keep that up. So that's sort of what's happening. I'm training for Leona Divide. If that doesn't happen, which it probably won't, then I don't really know what I'm training for. But regardless, gonna take off, hopefully do about 19 miles with the biking as well. And let's see how it goes. All right, I'm at the start. First bike leg of the usual duathlon is done. And time to get going. Something interesting's going on. Firefighter charging up the hill. A couple of folks down there. Doesn't seem like a fire though, which should be the big concern. I wouldn't want to get 6 miles up the canyon, find out there's a storming blaze. Anyway, 1.7 miles in, and I'm just hiking up to the rim now. 14 minutes. End of North Rim. It's all looking really pretty. Got to keep running downhill for the next little while. I feel very sweaty. We have some cloud cover, but it feels humid. About 7 miles. I know there's mountain bikers behind me. I've seen them. See how far I get before they catch me. I think I might beat the bikers off the trail. I just did something I almost never do. Took my shoes and socks off for the creek crossing. Normally I don't do that because I don't do it in races, so I figure good to just practice running a mile or two in wet shoes. But it always does aggravate my Achilles for some reason to run in cold wet shoes, so I figured I'd give it a shot today. So a little update, I figure, while I'm charging up 10 Mile House Road.
at about 1,500 feet of climbing and an hour and 37 minutes, 9.2 miles. Yeah, so here in Butte County, which is where I live, we've pretty much been skipped by the coronavirus. I think we have 20 cases in the county over the last like 2 months. And the population of the county is about 150,000. So very little. We were actually the first county in California to be given like special permission by the governor to reduce restrictions slightly. Obviously, the situation could change. In fact, I think somebody went to a Mother's Day church sermon recently, like on Mother's Day, with 180 people, and tested positive the day after. Fortunately, for the number of cases, Butte County has quite a bit of testing, so hopefully that won't turn into something worse. But that's where we're at. And honestly, when you're out on the trails, nothing seems any different. I mean, people try to keep their distance, but we're all just out here enjoying the trails. So I figured I'd ask how everyone else is doing. You know, leave me a comment, please, letting me know how things are where you are, and you know, if anyone has gotten the virus, maybe if you want, say what it's been like for you or any stories. I think that while these are really sort of challenging times, they're also really interesting times. Maybe it's just the geophysicist in me that likes to analyze, you know, human response to tragedy, I guess. But I don't know, you know, it is really messed up, but it's interesting stuff. I'm just rambling. Anyway, yeah, let me know. Let me know how things are for you. Squirrel.
Yeah, well, like when I do squats, for sure. Anytime I do lunges and squats and heavy leg days,
buddy.
I'm a zombie.
You mind if I go by?
And like if I have a particular
Why is his neck all swollen?
podcast, I'll skip leg days.
He looks kind of messed
'Cause I
up.
know I'm just
Hey,
too stupid. I've done it before where I come in and
Ah!
I keep probably functioning better because it's such an enormous
Get
part
out of here.
the body.
Hey.
You look at your musculature, the
What's wrong with him? He's got like a
most of the time
screwed
what you're
up
getting
cheek.
is you'll feel special is,
that was pretty weird. I feel kind of dumb for letting a squirrel get to me, but he was like disfigured and looked fearless. Like he kept coming after me, like he was blind or something, or he had rabies. I honestly thought this trail was open. It looks like it's been burned, but it's overgrown. There's nobody up here. I think this might be closed. Miles, 3 to go. That feels especially irritating because I'm like a mile from the end, but trying to do the 19, so I have to tack on that extra 2. So I'm hiking back up to the rim. Also, slight tragedy. I detoured to the golf course, to a spot that usually has a cooler of ice cold water, but because they've only just reopened, that cooler was not there. So had to just get regular water. Definitely slowing down. That's all right. 17.5. Actually been moving pretty well, but a little bit of a break to check in. I think I'm about half a mile, 3/4 from the end, and then I've got to do another mile. All right, 18 miles. Feeling honestly pretty low. Around this time, the caterpillars come out. I'll find one for you. Boom! Hey, buddy. All right, just about 18.5. Turning around in a sec, and then I'm almost done. Oh, okay. 19 miles, 10:48 average pace, which is slow-ish, but I was able to get my shit together there at the end and do a 9-minute mile, which is slow, but it's faster than walking. And 2,200 feet of climbing, relatively rocky and slow. That mostly includes all of my fumbling around time, which is just like reaching for things or pulling my camera out or setting it down and running back and forth. Anyway, my training session is not done. I still have to ride about 3 miles home, but that's nothing. Man, that was tougher than I was expecting. Well, should know in a couple days if Leona Divide's going to happen or not, so keep you guys posted. And that's a wrap. I am home now after 6 miles total of riding and 3 hours and 20 minutes of running, 19 miles. Now I'm just going to take a shower, and then I got to get some food in me. Still letting the stomach kind of do its thing, but yep, that's the story. I think that's all I'm going to do today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.